Scott Galloway is somebody that I really look up to. I really appreciate a lot of his insights and analysis on America and how things are going and where it's headed and what we need to do to change it. Even as somebody who we might differ in, we'll say, our worldviews or like religious views and things like that, I do appreciate what he has to say, and I do believe he provides a lot of insight, especially to young guys, because that's kind of mostly the audience I believe he goes for. I know he also includes women, of course, but it's a lot of young guys who need that guidance, and I think he's really doing a great job to provide it to them because a lot of young guys these days do feel lost and don't know what to do and how they should handle or tackle the thing called life. And so I really do appreciate what he does. And so recently he did a TED Talk that's called How the U.S. is Destroying Young People's Future. I would definitely recommend you guys check it out. I'll leave a link to that video down in the comments to just give it a quick watch. You can listen to it. You don't need to really watch the slides. I would recommend watching the slides because there's a lot of statistics on there. But yeah, it's just a really insightful watch to see what exactly, statistically speaking, what is going on in America. This is a Reddit page. It has the video linked, and I just wanted to pause it on this one right here because it shows basically what he's trying to say. It's just a bunch of different graphs. I do apologize the text up here, but the one up here is self-harm rates, and as you can see, boys and girls have been going way up, which is crazy. It's actually insane. I would like to see what it does past to like up to now, which is 2024. But yeah, this is the a lot of what he's saying is social media has a lot to play in this, which I absolutely agree. I'm not saying social media is like horrible or anything, but it is a tool and it has been used to exploit. That's really what the problem is. It's a tool that's been used to exploit. And so then the one in the middle is our teens with depression. And so yeah, as you can see, the depression has been going way up too, for girls especially, again with social media, because there's a lot of self-image issues out there. And I mean, I can, even as a guy myself, I mean, you see all the guys who are like just absolutely shredded, and you're like, that's what a guy's supposed to look like. And it's like, they're supposed to be fit and look good, but not like that shredded, because that people aren't maintaining that year round unless they're on drugs, let's be honest. The next one is men and women, no sex in the past year. Yeah, men are like getting destroyed on that one. I mean, even women too, which is crazy. And it's just because men and women are having less sex and then also having less kids, which I also think is a factor that has been caused by people using social media to kind of like push against the norm, if you will. Trying to say that like having kids is gonna hurt the planet or something, and it's like, well, that's just a horrible argument to begin with because the planet was made for us to live on it. So anyway, yeah. Next is cumulative gun deaths, and as you can see, he even made a point in the video too that you're actually more likely to be shot as a 0 to 4 year old than you are if you're a police officer, which is not okay. And again, that's just another instance of guns as tools being used by people for malicious intent. I mean, that's really what it is. It's not like the guns go out and kill people, it's the people using those. And the one in the middle, I don't believe I remember what that was.
Cop. Next graph. Obesity, way up. By the way, the industrial food complex wants to addict you to shitty, fatty food so they can hand you over to the industrial diabetes complex. We should not romanticize obesity. You're not finding your fucking truth, you're finding diabetes. Overdose deaths, way up. Deaths of despair.
The one in the middle is obesity, which, if you don't live in America, it has been going through the roof. That one's only up to 2018. I bet it's like up to like 20, almost 25% now in 2024, maybe even more. Like obesity is out of control. People just have readily accessible fast food everywhere. Try and they just can't control themselves. I mean, that's really a part of the people, unfortunately. But yeah, it is absolutely a pandemic. It's sad to see, really, because obesity, whether people like to admit it or not, it's not healthy. Even your body agrees that it's not healthy. That's why people with obesity are more susceptible to die from illnesses because they're already trying to battle the overweight that is on the body. And then last is overdose deaths, which yeah, I mean that's just playing into a factor, I think, of kind of where society is at this point, and just people depression wise and everything else just not finding any hope, really. And it does hurt me to see, because I do still believe that America is great, but it's just been a down spiral for a long time, unfortunately. And I do hope that we're able to change some things going forward here. I definitely need to get some new people into Congress and office that can change some things around, because, yeah, right now the trajectory is not great. And so this is also a Reddit thread that I'd recommend checking out too, because they kind of give like their thoughts and everything on it, which I agree with too. And they give like different things that he's been in as well. But yeah, I really do appreciate Scott Galloway and what he was trying to say in this, because I think he's spot on. And even though we may differ on different approaches to different things, I do believe that he is trying to help. And yeah, I do recommend that everybody give this a watch. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave a like, and I hope to see you guys around. Peace.